Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. Yes, first video of the day, y'all. I was up late doing little videos, temper tantrum, taking over and stuff like that. But y'all, thank y'all for coming to Valentine TV and showing me love. Y'all, we got 948 subs. We are 52 away from that 1,000 mark. So as you come in, y'all, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. But anyway, the reaction today, yes, the title is I agree with Tisa 1,000%. As y'all saw last night, probably. Okay. But I done sort of calmed down unless somebody push a button again, but I done sort of calmed down, even though I'm still, I still, everything I said I meant, okay? Um, but the reaction is coming from Tisa Tell's platform from earlier today. Y'all know what I do all day, so I'm just not having time to actually get on here and yeah. So we're gonna do this thing, okay? Let me make sure it ain't on yet, y'all. Yeah. But anyway, I probably did something wrong. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. There it is. All right, let me make sure I got it turned down. All right, listen. Okay, I agree with everything Tisa's about to say, and I'm gonna let her speak, and then I'm gonna come back with my reaction. I mean, I can't let her speak the whole time, but y'all know how it go. Y'all know I have to stop it and start it and stop it, all of that stuff. So, all right. So as you come in, y'all, please hit that subscribe button, y'all. We are close. Anyway, all right, Tisa, I'm gonna let her go ahead because she is getting her ran off. Okay, she getting her ran off. Like, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and let her get it too. One of my lights out too on the other side. All right, so here we go, y'all. Let's let Tisa get her. Yeah.
Y'all doing? Y'all ready for the fallout from the Diddy trial? This is day one of Diddy's trial fallout. So many people are coming forward. What's up, everybody? Baby, what did it say? Wednesday, July 3rd, and ain't nothing changed. Okay. We are finding out how much evidence was concealed. We are finding out how many people knew what was going on. Diddy's inner circle is breaking the silence and shutting down all the idiots saying, oh my God, you can't go to jail for being freaky, and are letting everybody know what Misa Hilton Brim told us in her IG live in her IG stories years ago. There's something very wrong with that man. We're also looking at all the weirdo, right? Weirdo, clout chasing, weirdo celebrities that are, sorry guys, just trying to get this. The weirdo clout chasing celebrities, okay? And I don't even say clout chasing, but people that are excusing. You guys, I said this last night and I'll say it again. Take a look at every MF celebrity coming out trying to act like it wasn't no Rico, as if this man wasn't shown to be the devil himself. Take a good look and take notes, okay? Because at the end of the day, with these loser celebrities coming out cheering a known abuser, and guess what? His inner circle is letting you know that what we saw with the trial was only a drop of the psycho menacing that this man does and what he's been doing. And they know it. And they're cheering him on. And they're glad he got away with it. Partly because maybe they're clout chasing. Partly because maybe y'all into the same stuff. And if he goes down, y'all all go down. But I said it once and I said it twice. And I'll say it again. Baby, thanks to you guys, First of all, I would never, but I don't have to take the Diddy payoff package. Like I said, there is, and everybody can get mad as they want.
Exactly.
There is no accent you can sell me.
Yeah, she about to hit the Kendrick Lamar on us, y'all, but in different words. But listen, I told y'all that they were paying, because I knew it before. I knew it early on that they was looking for content creators whom they could pay. Right? That's what I heard early, like the second week of the trial. I heard they were looking for content creators that they could get, right? All right. And the loudest ones, even though Diddy got the victory, but who was the loudest one? Okay? He know who he is, Ratchet. He know who he is. The other girl with the long braids, I don't know her. That he went and got a couple girls and some dudes to come around there so they can all put the cameras on Tisa and like try to intimidate her. That's Diddy stuff. Y'all know that, right? That's Diddy activity. So if Tisa's a Fed, getting paid by the feds or getting paid by the prosecution, y'all getting paid by Diddy. How about that? Y'all got paid by Diddy, okay? Because there's no freaking way that they could have found him innocent when Cassie getting her face beat in so bad they had to call a plastic surgeon. Okay, so you tell me, and then he told him not to let her leave till her face heal. Tell me that's not being a hostage. She was ready to go. They said no. He said you can't leave till your face heal. Okay. What about Kim's broken nose? I don't know what all happened with that, but I know he had to, according to Gene Deal, he had to fly a plastic surgeon in to put her nose back in place, right? And then he trying to drag Cassie back to the freak off. So you tell me that's not another hostage situation or during trying to get out of forced labor, all of that crazy mess. Crazy. Y'all are not wrapped too tight, okay? All right, but y'all gonna blame Tisa. Y'all gonna blame Tisa. We all was going against. We all wanted Diddy guilty on all charges. All of us. And then y'all win, but then y'all get crazy. Y'all really start acting like Diddy. Y'all really let the diddlers really came out of y'all, didn't it? Huh? And he don't even know you, right? He don't even know you. Y'all just like the people he paid $20 an hour to wear a t-shirt to say free Diddy. Y'all some goose, okay?
There's no movie premiere you can invite me to or disinvite me. There's not a party that you can invite me to or disinvite me. There is not a brand sponsorship you can give me or take it away. There is not a payoff you can give me or take it away. There's not access you can give me or take it away. There is not a PR person you can give me or take it away. There is not a platform that you can give me or take it away that would ever make me stand here and give up my integrity to try to act like the jury didn't get it wrong and to try to act like that monster is unrepentant and was walking the streets. And that.
Thank you, Tisa. Y'all, did you understand what she said? He's guilty. Hey, the jury got it wrong, okay? Y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all just so happy that he didn't go to jail. I mean, that he wasn't found guilty. Why? Why? Just cause, and Nobody even said that he was a drug dealer. They said, did he distribute he was making them take mollies so they'd be ready, making them, here, take this MF and molly. You ain't gonna ruin my night. After he done beat her down, talking about Jane. After she got the knots on the head, darn black eye, he told her to cover her face with her hair and take the pill. Take it. Y'all are some goose. And then y'all gonna get mad at Tisa. Talking about how she paid by the feds for a Diddy trial. This is y'all about to. Okay, continue.
It's my official statement on Diddy. And the losers, the celebrity losers, I don't care what movie I've seen you with. I don't care what song I danced to that you made. I don't care what club you DJ at. I don't care who you are, what you have, how many Birkins you have, how much money you have in that bank account, how many pictures of you on that red carpet. You are still garbage. And you don't have any integrity. And that is the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is you are scum.
And she is talking about, like, right now, she's talking about, like, all the little movie stars, the rappers, and all of them now that's coming out the woodworks, right? Since he didn't get Rico. Now they showing up. They liking everybody's post, all the celebrity people. The people that's want you to think they got it going on, but really they don't. Okay, that's why they was quiet.
Like the person you're standing by, and I hope that karma and history treats you the way that you co-sign someone else's daughters and sons to be paid. Baby, I don't need any of that. That Hollywood, that entertainment, y'all can keep that. There is not an opening premiere I want to go to or one you can disinvite me from. I don't care. This is my family. This is where I belong. This is my community. And y'all can keep that demonic mess over there. And baby, what we saw happen outside of the courthouse was demonic mess. It was some Sodom and Gomorrah demonic mess. And you know, listen, I joke around, but I'm not one to be like, this is like evil floating around. I have to come home and take an Epsom salt bath and soak myself in some herbs.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Amon Wiggins said, hey, y'all ain't gotta worry about Tisa. Tisa can handle herself. Because whatever went off in that darn elevator, I talked about it last night, right? Tisa was holding her own with no guards. You know, ain't no guards in the, in the elevator with you. Ain't none. Not even her personal ones. So, and she was going off. You know what I'm saying? She was holding her own. She was standing 10 toes down for the victims. Y'all? Trip. I mean, if you're going to celebrate. Like Armand was doing up front. Just celebrate. Don't try to tear a person down because y'all had different opinions. All that over opinion, silver teeth, all that over opinions. I understand you probably got paid. Yeah, they got to you. And they probably ain't the first ones.
What some weird, evil mess. And that and the jury and their trash decision to let that monster go because you felt sorry for his mama. And I'm not going to lie, I was sitting in court, saw his little mama creeping apart. I felt bad. She looked like my grandmother. I felt bad. I felt bad for those cute little kids, but I had to check myself and say, like, no, it's not my burden to carry. The person that should feel bad and guilty is that demon father because he did this, but we see how he did it. Interestingly enough, and I do want to say this, we're all playing Monday what do you call it? Monday
I call it
morning quarterback.
Monday night.
That's what they call it, right? You can tell on what sports. We're all playing Monday morning quarterback. What the prosecution could have did, what they couldn't have done. Okay. And again, I don't even think they expected this. Judge Aaron didn't think they expected this. The jury didn't take enough time. The jury went back there and said, I got to get home for my July 4th. I'm just guessing. And they went there and they made.
Y'all, ain't that exactly what I said for whoever watched my live last night? My own live, right? Didn't I say that? They went in there for the 4th. So they rushed it. They rushed it. I wish it was a way that judge, because the judge knows the evidence and all of that stuff. I know you're supposed to trust the jury, but not them. Because they was wrong. They was wrong. If you get it wrong a little bit, something that you missed just a little bit, this was wide freaking open. Open, y'all. And that's why. So anyway, Tisa getting her ran out today, right? Just don't get, I ain't gonna even start again, but that was the dumbest. I just wish it was a way to judge and the jury. And then we got one of the alternates, Tisa does, on tape, doing a little interview that he took 300 and something pages of notes, and he would have came up with the decision that they came up with. Crazy. Cass's tape didn't even matter. They didn't even count that. Her being drugged, her having a black eye and being drugged back to a freak off. Him running up through there in the towel. You know what I'm saying? So she couldn't leave. Hostage. Okay? Y'all, the jury and Diddy Glazers, pro Diddy's, y'all are a trip. That's all I'm saying. Just all I'm saying. You just put pro Diddy if you want on my page. That way I know who you are. That way I know to stay away. Okay? So you don't come to my page and I won't go to yours, right? With love. But I can't be around y'all. I can't be around women, beaters, traffickers, all of that. And you know he messed with minions. You know that. You knew it may not have came out in court, but y'all know he did. Y'all know. That's part of the rituals. And then darker stuff. I know y'all watch The Truth Is. Even darker stuff. You have to, make them limp. I'm doing this for YouTube, so read between the lines. You have to make the minions, you make them limp. Then you drink the red stuff, right? You got to do that. That's what you got to do. In your little satanic group worshiping and whatever else y'all do, okay? We ain't talking about goat stuff, red stuff. We talking about melanated red stuff. Minions, okay? No joke with that. I'm not playing with that now. I don't play like that. I am serious. That's what you do. And y'all let them go? Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
That dumb decision that was against the law. They had them for distribution. I know the idiots want to be like, Diddy ain't no drug dealer. Dummy. Nobody said he was a drug dealer. They said that he was distributing drugs. But in America in 2025, there are no laws. There are no vibes. If Diddy was somebody working at IHOP, and no shade if you're working at IHOP, but if he was somebody with no money, no access, no influence, do you think the jury would have did that? No. I think they got starstruck. And that's the best case, or at the very least, like Luella said, they don't care about women. But women, and men, because I know in society people don't like to talk about the men that are abused, right? Women and men, or non-binary, whatever you choose, people who are victims of abuse. We have been put on notice that all we have is each other. And we cannot even count on the jury of our peers because they will play games and get the most ignorant, dumb people that don't understand abuse on the jury. So you've been put on notice. We're on our own. Write that text to the monster that's abusing you. Chronicle the abuse. Write the text. Don't mince around words. Don't walk over somebody's ego. Write that text. Put in dates, times, send pictures. This is what you did to me.
Y'all know what she's saying. I just want to make sure it's crystal clear because she's just letting it all out, okay? So she may not say something. I know what she mean. I know what you mean. She mean if I'm at a store, if I'm at a store and some dude just want to pop me on the butt, okay? Police, 911. All right? 911 for whatever. It don't even matter what you do. If it's illegal, you're going to jail. And hey, you can ask anybody. You can ask my people. Ask my son. Yeah, I'm gonna send you. I'll send you to jail quick. So don't bother me like in that way. Okay? I would have done that before they did the trial though. So that's why I know exactly what you mean. Ain't nobody gonna dare violate me again. Okay? So I don't play that mess no more. Nope, and no. Okay, because R is not a joke, especially when you were 12. So no, I wish somebody would have tried to mess with me. That's probably why I'm like I am now. Because it changes you. Anyway, go ahead, Tisa. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
We are on our own, and let that be known. Start standing up for yourself. And here's what I mean about start standing up, and this is what they don't want. Flood the MFN legal system and the police system and every system you can with complaints. Somebody breathes on you the wrong way. Somebody looks at you the wrong way. I'd like to file a complaint. Somebody walked by and rubbed your booty without your permission. Call the MFN cops. It's SA. Y'all want us to take a stand? Y'all want us to start? You need to take responsibility. Motherfucker, you don't want to live in a world where we take responsibility for your actions, because that looks like a lot of people losing a lot of stuff. There's been this weird social construct where the weak have to walk around. When I say the weak, I'm saying they're calling us weak. We have to walk around people's ego. Oh, that's just the way it goes. Y'all want y'all want a world where if you didn't say something, prepare to start losing every MF thing you have. Stop showing these people mercy. Oh, he only hit me once. Should I send him to jail? Send that mofo to jail. Because if you show him any ounce of mercy, you'll come back the way Cassie did. You showed that ninja so much mercy, only for his enablers to look at you and say, why don't you call the police? Why don't you call the police? If you're getting beaten up, why don't you call the priest? Good point. Lock him up. That's right. Lock him. Oh, I have a few trapped kids, and I don't care. F them kids. You going to jail. Oh, but I have a.
Yeah, she said F them kids. She's talking about whichever spouse or mom or dad hit the other one, show no mercy. Send them to jail. They don't want to go to jail because they want, oh, my babies, I can't go to jail. Yes, you can. I got them. So that's what she meant by that. Not F the children. Like, no, not like that. So don't even try to clip her saying that. No, because I just make another video. Okay? She talking about the darn parent that's abusive. You're going to jail. That's what she means. I hit too hard, y'all.
The college scholarship, F college. I'm not showing you any mercy. Stop showing these abusers mercy. Stop showing them mercy. Stop showing them grace. Oh, he's a good man. He's a good woman. F them. They showed you the way they will look at your abuse, even when you are on tape, barefoot, fleeing a freak off. The animal comes running after you, still in heat, still with the smell of sex on him, with some Bob the Builder socks, and beat you down and stomped you out and then dragged you back to the freak off, even when you have proof and you're standing with a black eye and he shows up at your house 4 hours later after you're hiding from him because his security and all his flunkies, his unnamed co-conspirators, all his flunkies found out where you were because he put you in a circle where you thought you had friends and they were just doing it for a check. And he shows up at your door with a hammer, banging it in so vicious the neighbors called the cops, and then splits your best friend's face open with a hanger, all because he wants to get at you and beat you to a pulp because he didn't get a good lick in because he's mad that you didn't let him finish, right?
Right.
And you didn't call the police because you knew his family and you didn't want the kids, and what about a father and blah, blah. Look how that kindness got you prepared. Look how that humanity that you extended someone that literally never treated you as human. Look what it got you. Look what it got you. Y'all start sending these mofos to jail. Somebody touch you, say something wrong to you at work, go up to HR, document it, right? HR is not your friend. Be careful. Document it, get a lawyer up and sue them for some money. That's all they're going to put you, you down to. Oh, you just a gold digger. You just want money. You MFing right. Give it. You MFing right. That's all y'all care about is the money. Thank you. Right? Somebody literally does something, the police, you want to make a statement? I 100% do. When they call you crying and begging and pleading, when their mamas call you crying and begging and pleading, you're going to ruin his life. And the jury showed us, stop showing these people empathy. Stop showing them compassion. Stop showing them humanity. Stop being the MF giving tree. Y'all saw the way that book ended. And if you don't, go look it up. It ended by the tree giving everything, even its own life, just to be happy that the little boy sat down on it and let him use them as a stump. Stop being the MF. Playtime is over. They showed us the way to act. Move accordingly. There are laws. Get them early, hit them hard and often with all the police reports and legal cases and civil cases you can. And if you can, go and sit down with the federal government. Go and sit down with the federal government. Do everything in your power to make sure that you have done everything so you are ever in a position like this, you don't have to rely on trying to explain to 6 ignorant people while you are now coming back and literally called a liar because you chose to give humanity to someone that beat you like an animal. Literally, your boss talking grimy. They want to try to get a casting couch. They're saying if you could only go out for drinks, maybe they can discuss your promotion. Get that microphone. Get that microphone and have it in your chest like, what? What you say? What you say? Huh? You want to give me a promotion? I mean, what? And what I got to do? Where? At the convention? Huh? Literally, start documenting everything. Take away everything these mofos have. Ruin their lives. Ruin their careers. Ruin their families.
She's speaking facts. Facts. Because y'all see all the evidence they had in this freaking trial. Y'all see the evidence. So now she's saying, make a paper trail from the beginning. Don't let them get by with even blowing on your own. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Stuff like that. Just go ahead. Call the police. Because when you go to court, then you don't have to worry about all of this, all of that. You already have it. You'll have it. I don't know if y'all can see my hand. You'll have it. And record them with the ink pens. with anything. They got them. Record.
The world see early and often what the consequences of their actions are. Let them see. Stop showing these people. They have put us on notice. They have put us on notice. Protect yourselves. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Now, right? Listen. At the end of the day, Diddy's Inner Circle is starting to speak. And Chef Jordan and Tiffany Red and a bunch of other people have broken their silence. And they're letting us know what everybody that is now liking Kim Porter's best friend's post. Imagine having more beef with an impressionable 20-year-old daughter. Oh, Kim was 4 months pregnant on the carpet and she was smiling with Diddy and Cassie. Isn't that a Diddy problem? And you trying to tell us that Kim was more stressed out about Cassie than she was about Sarah? But all said, and I'm not even giving shade to Sarah.
Right.
This is all going back to Diddy. It goes deeper than domestic violence. Let me tell you something. And this is what I'm sick of in America. I don't know how it is overseas. I hope to never know, but I'm sick of it in America. This whole thing that somebody can beat someone. And if you do, you'll go to jail. But the minute they find out you might have slept with them, oh, baby, all of a sudden it's domestic violence. They're going to work it out. If Diddy had beat anybody, man or woman, for any reason, like he did on that video, he would be under the jail. But because Cassie was his girlfriend, I don't know, it's complicated. Why is it complicated? Because as soon as you let a man lay down with you, as soon as you let somebody lay down, all of a sudden you cease to have any autonomy over your body and they own you for the whole time. You got this boyfriend, girlfriend. Man, listen. I'm going to play the video. Diddy's Inner Circle is now coming out and letting us know that what we saw was just a fraction. It was a droplet. And they were prepared to testify, but for some reason they did not testify. She's also going to let us know that she got offered the same deal that Jane did. Diddy was buying off witnesses. She even said that the exact moment that the feds contacted her to try to pay a visit to her house, she got scared. I'm going to play y'all the video in a second. And then the feds contacted her and said, yo, like, you've been subpoenaed. Come in and testify with this grand jury. As soon as she got that, out of the blue, Diddy's team popped up, told her, we know that you got subpoenaed and we'll pay for your lawyer. We'll pay for your lawyer. How many other people took that deal? I get it for Jane. She didn't feel strong enough, but she took the deal. She didn't feel strong enough. And I understand now. I understand.
I wish she wouldn't have took the deal. I promise you. That's one I wish wouldn't have taken the deal. I mean, I know she went through some stuff and I'm sorry for her. Really, I am. But I think at the end she switched up on us. I think she switched it up. But the point is, whether she switched it up or not, she still explained to y'all and us how she got beat down and made to do a freak off with knots and a freaking black eye and UTIs. And Cassie even had all that and sores in the mouth. So you think she wanted to do it in the heels? I don't wear heels, so I think 7-inch heels. Oh my God. With baby oil, Astroglide, and gotta stay in the pose for a couple hours. All that. Yeah. They really wanted to do it. They was in the mood. They didn't say no. They never said no. Ever. Like Cassie on her 29th birthday, when he came in there and drug her and took on, in front of Tiffany Red.
All right. Same thing, BJ from the Surprise Witness. And shout out to BJ Investigates, the Surprise Witness.
They even ran her off. BJ Investigates. And she didn't know what was going on. Like, what? So she went ahead. Please read the message, man. Okay. She even, they ran her off. All she was anti-Diddy. That's it. That's all. Man. But she rolled on up out of there. She rolled out of there. And Tisa did what she always does. Goes to where she go and report to us. She always go to the spot, report to us. Okay? I was on there when the maniac came. We was watching her on live. You know? And I was like, what the world? Yeah. So I went to another person's phone after her live ended. I said, well, shoot, let me see who I heard back there. I heard Amon back there. Let me go on his live and look. And that's when I saw the nut. Ratchet TV. Yes, I saw you. You was Diddy. You was all Diddy. Trying to run up on a girl, a female. Black female, you want to run up on her. You just pitiful. Pitiful. Wouldn't run up on a man, though. No. All right, go ahead, Tisa.
Make sure you guys follow her. I actually met her and her husband. Such beautiful people. Her husband gave me a heads up, right? BJ, shout out to BJ. Make sure y'all go and follow her. But they are salt of the earth people. But BJ actually said, you know, we was laughing at Gina. She has a calling her dumb bum. But Gina's a survivor. That girl knows how to survive. She survived all those other women and she survived her trial. So I guess she is a survivor and she knows what she's doing. Let me tell you something. From now on, y'all better start acting like Daenerys and Lord of the Rings and Daenerys in Game of Thrones. Burn it down. Exactly. Burn it down, because if you show them any ounce of compassion, if you think that you can go and explain to other people how, they're not going to believe you, they're not going to care. Burn that bitch down while you got the lighter and the fuel in your hand, and don't give away your power to have to sit there and explain to 12 dum-dums why being dragged back to a freak off was something you didn't do with consent. And watch them come back and be like, well, I don't think. Yeah. Anyway, I could say a lot. But at the end of the day, listen, at the end of the day, listen, get this. An alternate juror has actually spoken out. And I have to say this. I hate these stupid jury members. They are beyond stupid. They literally said that the video of Diddy beating Cassie did not play a big role. This is the beating where he beat her because she fled the freak off. Of course not. Why would a woman being beaten and dragged back into a forced freak off have anything to do with sex trafficking? In America, when you have the title of wife or girlfriend, you are property, and they will treat you as property. And I will double down on this. They will treat you as property. They will treat you as property. And you need to realize that the law has spoken. If you have a girlfriend or wife title, you are property. You are property, and property doesn't have a right to have any say in the way they're handled. And because you consented to be property, baby, that's your own problem. That's your own problem. Let's get into this, right? Get this. This is directly from the Rolling Stones. A direct quote from one of the alternate jurors has spoken. They were in the room for deliberations. I mean, it was a very bad video, said the 37-year-old man who works at the United Nations. He works at the United Nations. They said in the counterterrorism office. He told CNN anchor Laura Coates on Thursday. But Diddy wasn't charged with domestic violence. Dummies! It's domestic violence, and I don't care people saying, oh, you need to calm down, you taking it too personal. You MFing right. I'm a woman in America. I got nieces, cousins. Listen, I'm a woman in America, and I'm sick of people acting like we shouldn't be upset or offended for things that affect us directly. Exactly. The way to not take it so personal is when you have so much protection. But we all need to start taking this personal, because they have told you and 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 you what you're worth, what your daughter's life's worth, what your sisters, what your
Oh.
cousins, what your nieces, what your aunts, what your mama's life is worth, and what your pain and suffering is worth.
Wait a minute. I'm coming, Jack.
The man who CNN declined to give the full name of said he would have likely reached the same conclusion as the 8 men and 4 dumbass women who decided on Sean Diddy Combs' fate. I understood.
Wait a minute. Hold it. All right. So, okay. Oh, the message was intended to sales to your live. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for coming over, Jacqueline. Nice to meet you. Hey, Matt. Hey, nice to meet y'all. Welcome to Valentine TV. I do reactions. Okay? All right. Let me let Tisa continue on. But I'm gonna email her right after I finish this live. I'm gonna email her and I'm gonna make sure I tell her to go watch Academics. Okay? I'm gonna straight up let her know.
The final verdict. I took a copious amounts of notes overall, 350 pages worth of notes. And looking back at the evidence, I probably would have reached the same conclusion as the other jurors. I think there was always a little bit of doubt.
Idiot.
This is such a dumb quote. And this alternate juror had the nerve to want to put his name on record. This man works for the UN in counterterrorism. But again, we also have to look at the U.S. attorney for overlooking something, and maybe doing something a little better. And I get it. They did the best they could, and a more cohesive case. Because the fact that the juror didn't get why that video was so important and the overarching story of listen, the fact that they didn't get the overarching story,
okay,
that she was being dragged back to a freak off, and that definitely was by definition of law sex trafficking. It's whatever. Listen, let's get into this. I will say one thing that I do think is weird. It did look a little weird. And when I say weird, just hear me out.
Wait a minute.
To say that somebody was running.
I'm sorry, y'all. Look, yeah, I love Ticket. I do my reactions to him also. And so I will be going to him first before I even think about academics. But yeah, he took her. He was 10 toes down for Tisa last night. So I'm gonna go to his platform and see what's up. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate it.
A RICO.
Sorry, Tisa.
And only bring up the assistants and not bring up KK and at least D-Rock.
Yeah.
However, I think that the government should have indicted the real co-conspirators. Clive Davis, Jimmy Iovine, or whatever his name is, and the other record executives that funded Diddy's lifestyle. Don Richard testified that Cassie was beaten at a bunch of industry parties, and big names saw them. Now, I'm not talking about the performers. I'm talking about the people that actually run these companies.
Mm-hmm.
They saw that, and they did nothing. They did nothing. They knew about it. They knew about it. They knew about it. They knew about it. So when you look at the co-conspirators, they should have put the record label heads that funded this depravity, that knew about this depravity, that was invited to the parties. One thing that I did think was weird was the way that we allowed the freak-offs to be moved to, right? To be moved to, it was just intimate things with escorts. And I get it. That was one part of it. But we remember the article in the Daily Mail where Diddy was known, and all of his party planners went off record and said that Diddy paid from $500,000 or more to have elaborate orgies. And that's how much they got paid to decorate it.
Meek Mill's birthday.
And we remember how the Daily Mail showed pictures
Yeah.
of a mansion that looked like Bram Stoker's Dracula. It did. It looked like an evil haunted mansion. Paid to have that mansion taken over for Meek Mill's birthday party. Okay? And Diddy made sure all the locks in the houses were replaced with locks he wanted. And he's the only one that held the keys, and he had them around his neck so he could lock people into the rooms. And he's the only one. And the locks you could lock people into the room while you were in the room, and you could lock them while you were on the outside. And he's the only one that could have the keys. He paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to have all those locks changed. And he also paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to have all the smoke detectors removed, and put in the type of surveillance things he wanted at the top. And they let him do that. And the guy actually said that after that party, there was blood everywhere, used condoms, stained clothes, stained sheets. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And somehow from that, where everybody knew that Diddy was known for having like the orgies, okay? Everybody joked, oh, well, I didn't see those parties, but they were there. All of a sudden it moved to being like, no, freakouts were just between Diddy, Cassie, and escorts. Y'all remember when they moved the goal? See, this is the thing. All these loser celebrities hoping that they can jangle, oh, you better not get in our bad side. The PR person won't invite you to a party. The PR person won't give you a free thing. You might not get whatever pieces of gold you were trying to buy people's integrity gift. I don't need it. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, parents. Thank you to my man. I don't need it. And even if I did, baby, times aren't that tough. Times aren't that tough. I'm not starving. Now, if I was about to starve, I mean, listen, to live, who knows what I would do? But I'm not starving. I don't need the stupid trinkets. I'm not trying to be down. I'm not trying to be in these Hollywood circles. I'm not trying to be the cool person on the couch taking pictures. I'm not trying to be that. So there literally is nothing ain't no accent you can sell me to make me try to swallow this, and it's gaslighting, and the way you're trying to act like, oh, well, he's innocent of RICO. What about all the other stuff? And first of all, they found him not guilty of RICO in the eyes of the law. But baby, I'm looking to the eyes of God.
Exactly.
So whatever, right? But even then, what about all the other stuff he did? They moved the needle. All these record executives that were named in testimony, that saw, that witnessed, that finance, where are they at? Where are they at? Oh, they weren't named. That would have been a great thing to put on co-conspirators. That would have been the RICO. If you had dropped those names, I bet you Diddy might have been singing, or maybe not. Because I was talking to Jamie the other day, and she said that Diddy, his best bet now is maybe to try to invest in his kids. Try to invest in his kids so they can fund him, because right now with the forfeiture law, he is probably going to be done. Listen to this mess, y'all. This is the alternate juror. This is the America we live in. Stop showing these mofos grace. Take down their empire at the earliest opportunity. The minute they step out of line, go and complain. Make them so scared that they're going to be saying, I'm being harassed by the law. Hold on really quick. Listen to this. Listen to this. I'm just going to hold on really quickly, right?
Yeah. I'm letting her go ahead because I want her to get her ran out. I want everybody to know what she has to say. Since all of them going to try to darn million team her yesterday. I mean, that irritated me so bad. There was no cause for it. None. I hate that kind of stuff. I hate it. Especially a dude messing with a female. Now, females messing with a female, still wrong. You still wrong. Just, y'all party and celebrate over there. Hoo-ha. Ooh, free puff, free puff. But white, man, y'all just trip. Y'all, that was just bad. That was just bad.
And listen to this.
Verdict. And I think if I because I took.
This is the alternate juror that works for the UN and the counterterrorism thing, and lets you know you cannot educate out ignorance. And he came on record to say this dumb shit. Listen.
Look, a copious amount of
Hold on.
overall. The 350 pages worth of notes. Because at the end, we weren't told who was an alternate.
Oh, wait, I know this guy. I don't know him, but I remember when he was in the courtroom. Listen to this. Just listen.
Verdict. And I think if I, because I took a copious amount of notes overall. I took 350 pages worth of notes. Because at the end, we weren't told who was an alternate, who was the main juror until literally the last second when they were reading when the judge was reading his entire statement at the end. It was like the first 12 are the jurors, the last 5 are the alternates. So we didn't know, even in the jury room, no one treated everyone, we were equal because we didn't know who was who.
Would you have acquitted him on RICO?
I think reading all my notes and looking back at the evidence, I probably would have reached the same conclusion as the other jurors.
What was it about that charge?
I don't, the thing with when it, because we were asked and the judge had instructed us that we have to find him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Mm-hmm. And I think there was always a little bit of doubt.
This was 7 weeks of your life, hearing all of this testimony. You were an alternate. You did not deliberate, but did you agree with the final verdict?
I understood the final verdict.
He understood the final verdict. This is the America we live in. Yeah. Let's listen to Chef Jordan because she is dropping some real tea.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Tiffany Red. So from the beginning, we did an interview with Tiffany Red, has been talking about what Diddy was into. Let's listen.
I'm almost done, y'all. And then I'm going to let y'all go to Tisa's page and finish the rest of it if you like. But I want y'all to hear the one from Miss Jordan and then Tiffany Red, okay? And then let Tisa still cook some more. I want her to cook some more. I mean, I know my channel is small, but we are however many I said away from 1,000. I think I said 52 away from 1,000. So y'all, as you come in, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you do. Thank you.
To Chef Jordan. She's still cool with the family. She was there through Cassie. She was there through a lot. Where is Chef Jordan? Hold on really quick. No, that's not it. Is this it? 1 second, y'all. I'm just getting Jordan.
Thank you.
Here we go. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear her? Put a 1 if you can hear the video. Put a 1 if you can hear her video. Can you? You can't? Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to play it off. Hold on. I'm going to play it like this. 1 second. Listen. Here we go.
As one of the actual minor victims to Sean Combs' physical assault while I was employed by him, as someone who was a witness to the abuse towards Cassandra Ventura Fine during my time of working for Sean Combs, I would just like to say that this is a grave miscarriage of justice.
Yeah.
And I would like to also address that last year on March 20th, I was terrified. So I was served with a grand jury subpoena that day before they left my home in Atlanta, Georgia. I confided in 3 different people about that visit from the feds. Terrified is actually an understatement.
Ooh.
By April 11th of 2024, I was being contacted by Sean Combs' initial lawyer, Aaron Dyer. I have a voicemail that he left, and text messages stating that Mr. Combs was aware of the visit from the government and that they would like to extend to cover my legal fees. These are These are facts. This, in my opinion, was witness tampering.
Pause. For anybody that didn't hear it, this was supposed to be Chef Jordan, who was supposed to testify for the U.S. attorneys, but she was terrified. Because here's the thing, as much as all these Diddy glazers and these morally bankrupt and broke fake ass rich celebrities want to act like it was no big deal and he just got off. Chef Jordan, who's part of his inner circle, along with a lot of people, are speaking up, letting us know that Diddy was violent. Diddy was dangerous. He was a criminal. He ran a RICO. She was supposed to testify. She was one of the witness tampering. And I wonder why the feds didn't call her up. I think she was scared that she couldn't be protected. And I see why now. But she said that the grand jury was supposed to be secret. And as soon as she got the subpoena about coming in, Diddy's lawyer contacted her and said, "We are aware you have been subpoenaed." They shouldn't have known that. But they did their investigations and they found out, because things don't play secret. Things are.
That girl says she is scared. Like right now, she is scared and she didn't even testify. But she was. But the reason I heard that she didn't get to testify is because the prosecution knew that they had it in the bag. They thought the jury understood. They thought they gave them enough. So that's why they arrested, instead of going ahead and calling all the witnesses that they had. Like KK, like D-Rod. Is it D-Rod or D-Rock? One of them, D-Rod, I think. You know, they could have kept calling their witnesses and then there would have been no doubt about it. But KK for sure. KK for sure. I thought once they did Diddy, then they was going to call KK in for her time to see if she's innocent or guilty, right? Put her on trial. Then D-Rock. That's why I thought they was doing it. That's why I thought they didn't call him. But that was just crazy right there. If that's the way it's gonna be, or I wonder if KK and them still gotta. No, I guess not. Diddy wasn't. I don't know, cause they booked the flights. I thought, I don't know, and used Combs Global Card. So that's what I heard. But anyway, let's continue, y'all.
Never secret. And they said that he is aware, Mr. Combs is aware that you have been subpoenaed and he would like to pay for your attorney. How is that possible? Okay. And I want to just say this. Well, you know what? Let's keep going. All right, let's keep going. And then I'll have my comments on this. Okay. Let me rewind it a little bit just so you guys can hear it again, because I think this is something very, very, very powerful. Hold on.
Eds. Terrified is actually an understatement. By April 11th of 2024, I was being contacted by Sean Combs' initial lawyer, Aaron Dyer. I have a voicemail that he left and text messages stating that Mr. Combs was aware of the visit from the government and that they would like to extend to cover my legal fees. These are facts. This, in my opinion, was witness tampering. I was supposed to testify this year on May 20th. I was in New York. It was announced. It was on CNN that I was supposed to be testifying, and I was pulled because I flipped out on the government. These are also
Dang.
facts. I want to be very clear. As a victim, as a former employee of Sean Combs, I do not feel safe. I am extremely traumatized. I do not know where to
Wow.
go from here. These are facts. This, in my opinion, was witness to submit my own letter to the judge. I stand by everything that I said. I knew that he beat Cassie Ventura fine in 2009. I know that she was dragged from the vehicle. Okay. I know that I saw her 2 days later at the London hotel when me and one of his assistants brought her a bag. Okay. This was a miscarriage of justice. And beyond any of this, I don't really have anything more to say. And I really don't know where to go from here. Just know that I am terrified and I am traumatized. And it's honestly submit my own letter to.
Again, she is terrified.
Wow. Where is she going? Y'all. Dang. And she was in New York set to testify, y'all. CNN put it out that she was going to testify. Oh my God. What are you thinking? Supposed to have been secret. Now she's scared. I don't know. Dang, I feel sorry for her.
And she is traumatized. There were so many witnesses that could testify to what Diddy did, and it's not just violence. It was the RICO. It was a conspiracy. Now ask yourself, why weren't any of the powerful billionaire record heads already actually in the conspiracy? Why? The conspiracy was to feed this demon's ego. Now, we can talk about the freak-off tapes. And by freak-offs, I mean those Roman orgies that Diddy was known for having, that they loved. And now it got spit into. No, and hear me out. The prosecution, of course, did not want to lose, and they did the best they can. But I'm not going to allow people to gaslight me into believing that what Diddy was accused of did not happen. There was a lot of evidence the jury couldn't see. Diddy's dream team was very good at expanding and narrowing and this and that. Even Judge Aaron ripped them apart and said, you're trying to tell me to get bail.
Exactly.
That what Diddy did to Jane, that you admitted to, was self-defense, and you ran to New York the day before you were arrested and tried to enroll in a batterers program. That's a program for people that commit domestic violence, people that are violent. They did it. And again, I'm sick of, like Judge Aaron said, I'm sick of this. Domestic violence is violence. Because we see a DM for now, you know, they just, what'd she do? Only you can prevent domestic violence. Learn to be a better cook. What'd she do? Did she look at you wrong? She got all that mouth. Did she have?
I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, she might have freaked out because her testifying was supposed to, nobody was supposed to know until she got on the stand. And I think CNN may have said a name or something. I don't know. I'm going to have to listen again. But I think that's why, because no one was supposed to know, I think, until she got on the stand. That's what I think.
Dinner ready? Well, why?
Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. I always hit too hard. Okay.
Why was she out with her girlfriends? Again, you heard it from Chef Jordan. Diddy did. And I believe that. It's like the dumb, and you know what? Why I believe that happened? Because it's like the dumb ass people being like, oh my God, Tisa Chelsea is a fed. She knew all this information.
And
Are you dumb? Diddy's team just proved there's no such thing as secrets. I don't know why people keep downing me. I am an investigator, baby. I am a journalist, baby. I am a professional trash talker too. Yes. A girl wears many hats, but I am an investigator. Do you know how many secrets I hold? Do you know how many people have come to me with legit tea and also fake dummy things because they want me to report something to get my channel pulled down? Or they want me to report on something so someone can sue me for defamation. Do you know how many secrets I keep? Do you know how many people come with me with real tea and also the okie doke? Do you understand? Do you know how I can separate the real from fake? I investigate. I get on my job. OG Title tells y'all no.
yeah.
I literally brought down Portia and Simon's fake billionaire story in 7 to 10 business days because I was bored on Instagram one day scrolling through and said, yeah, okay, and broke down their whole fake life and fake companies. Broke it down in 7 to 10 business days, baby. That was light work. That was light work. I did that because I was bored one day and nobody wanted to come play with me and go play outside. And I rip in 7 to 10 business days. The fact that I am an investigative journalist. That's what I do. I investigate. And there are so many people that are blinded that can't tell the real from the fake. They fall for the okie doke and the PR people, and they can't even see where the true power is and who's really controlling things behind the scenes. Either they don't want to see it, either they can't investigate. But the fact that, ask yourself, how about this? Keep it working for the feds. How about this? Diddy's own team admitted in court when the feds even got Diddy on their radar. And ask yourself how Tisa and her loyal family literally broke the Jonathan Adi story 5 months before the feds even looked in Cassie's way, before the feds even thought about investigating Diddy. They wasn't even looking. They started this mess 5 months after I broke the Jonathan Adi. Ask yourself how. I'll tell you how. I investigated. Ask yourself how I knew the exact day and time and had a special live. It's still up. Telling y'all what Diddy was going to do with the apology, what he was going to say, what his goal was, and in the exact order, and the points he was going to say in the exact order. And ask yourself how that went up. I'll tell you why.
Look, I'm going to let her tell you, but listen. Somebody on another YouTuber said that she lied and said that Jonathan Adi was dead. I mean, sorry, YouTube. But that's what they wrote in the paper because he was never had a court date and they'd had him for a long time. So she went investigating to see where he was in the mental hospital. Then that report came out. She found it, right? Showed it to us, right? But then she found out there was a smoke screen and he was not. So she came back and said that was all fake news and no, it wasn't true. So I guess the content creator didn't see that one. He just saw the one where she said he was unalive and it wasn't even, and we knew it wasn't true because she just whatever. So anyway. Okay.
Because I have sources, because I investigate, because I look deeper. Really?
Yeah.
Listen, I know that there is an embargo on intelligence these days. But to now say that someone that is a bona fide from the day my channel been started, even with reality TV, that my investigations, which by the way, Old School Title tells, that's why you're here, are now all of a sudden I work for the feds because I know how to put 2 and 2 together and I don't fall for the okie doke, and I can see behind the veil and see who's pulling strings and where the power lies. Let me tell y'all something. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about this because I want to put y'all thing. Diddy's team was trying to get me kicked out of the courtroom every single day.
So was.
Every single day. Every single day. They was watching my lives. They had their flunkies that are still broke, even though you took the Diddy deal. They had everybody watching my life. And when I say broke, I'm not shaming anybody's financial status. I'm saying they did it for a few pieces of gold, and y'all ain't even get the gold, dummy. Anyway, they was watching my lives every day. Every time they thought they had me tripped up, they were amplifying. Baby, I was literally, what did my girl Chantel said? It was a coup d'etat in this B. They were coming after me. They were trying to get me kicked out the courtroom every single.
They even sent super chats so she would say Jane Doe's real name, y'all. And then, like, when she said, yeah, I will pay such and such amount of this, prove what I gave you, prove it, right? Somebody sent a darn super chat, and the way Tisa is, she just read it. You know, and then once she read it, I guess she thought about it and she just cut the live off, right? And I don't know what happened after that, right? But anyway, it was only super chat, and you could tell she was just reading it fast like she was doing all the other ones, just reading because she was trying to hurry up and get back in the court. And so somebody tried to trip her up like that. I'm like, that is pitiful. Pitiful. So anyway, she hung in there, and then they talking about, oh, she getting special privileges, and why she get to do this and why she get to do that, to my in the courthouse. She had a press pass. Just like the girl that said she was part of the press, but she really must not have been, because she couldn't get a press pass. But Tisa got a press pass because she gonna tell you how. I'm gonna let her tell you.
Single day. Every day. Every day. What? Listen, every day. Okay? The judge had a gag order. I know some people are too stupid to know that the gag order was for the prosecution, defense, and all the attorneys, which I am none.
Right.
But they had a gag order that if any party was leaking information or using the media through cat's paw, that one, it would be grounds for mistrial. It would have been a mistrial. It would have been a rightful mistrial. Second of all, the judge sat there and said that if he found out, there would be a formal investigation and people would be thrown in jail. Diddy's team was on my ass. Ask yourself if these idiots, literally, mad, because I know how to use my brain. I can see past the veil. I can put two and two together. And when I can't put it together, I know how to investigate.
That's
Again,
right.
as much as people it is a skill to know how to investigate. It is a skill to be able to see the little spider webs that tie things and people together and be able to walk up the spider web until you actually find where the nest is. It is a skill. And I can proudly say I do have that skill. But the fact that people would even say, when even Diddy's MF and team, when they had their investigators out, because apparently if somebody's called an investigator, they can find out about the grand jury and witnesses and what's going on. But if I find it out, because these idiots from the Animal House don't know how to do anything, they can't even watch my live correctly and criticize me, even when I hand it to them. Now all of a sudden, not people, but the people in the back, dumb. I wish I could teach you how to investigate. I wish I could teach you critical thinking. I wish I could teach you analysis. But apparently, listen, again, they've been trying to get me out of that courtroom from day one.
Tell them about the
Do y'all really think? Do y'all really think there was a press list for people that could come into the courtroom, because Diddy's people were causing so much pandemonium. And yes, I've been on Nancy Grace. Yes, I've been on Nightline. Yes, I've been on ABC News Live, Burden of Proof. Yes, I've been in the Hollywood Reporter. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I am new media. And guess who had the foresight, instead of worrying about somebody else was doing, who had the foresight to look behind the veil while everybody else is clout chasing, to look behind the veil and see who's really running stuff. And I had the foresight to go in, right? Even though I was standing in line for weeks, right? To really be like, oh, wait, hold on. I'm new media. Can I be on the press list? I have credentials. I have my channel. I've been reporting the same way. That's what they won't tell you.
Right.
Do you know that there was legacy press and media had the whole right of the courtroom? They had there's a left side and a right side. They had the whole right. It wasn't preferential treatment. It wasn't a VIP list. It was a press list. And ask yourself why your fave's not, oh, you know what? I'm not taking shots. And I'm not talking about a YouTuber. Stop. I'm not talking about a YouTuber.
Right.
Okay? I'm definitely not talking about a YouTuber. But my whole point of the matter is there was a whole press.
Yeah, they say the press treated the content creators like they smelled or something, like they was like but way beneath them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, like Amon, he could have got a press thing if he'd have thought about it. I mean, some people think who in charge, so I want to keep running out here or paying a person to sit in line for me all this money every night, you know? Yeah, so she figured it out. People figure out stuff, you know. I tried to figure it out too.
List. Ask yourself why your girl investigated, found out there was a press list that allowed about 30 members of the press in. It wasn't VIP, but the press. And your girl said, wait a second, I'm new media. I am new media. Here's my portfolio. Here's what I've done. Here's a little highlight reel of some of the hardcore investigative journalism I have done. Some of it is funny, like bringing down Simon's fake billionaire life. And some of it was really hard hitting, like Jonathan Oddie. Remember when everybody called me a liar, said I was a clout chaser, said this and that, and said I made up all the Jonathan Oddie stuff, and nobody believed it till 2 years later in the mainstream media. I had Jonathan Oddie 5 months before the government even thought about talking to Cassie and didn't even have their eyes on Diddy. And this is in testimony in the transcript. So I say all this to say, so y'all mad, right? That I literally looked and once again used my brain and saw the webs that tie and saw who was running shit and saw that there was a press list and had the foresight to be like, I'm new media. Are you with the major outlet? Well, no, but I'm new media. I showed them the fact. YouTube has outpaced every TV. YouTube is now neck and neck with Spotify podcasts. And when it comes to TV and networks, YouTube is double any other network. I am new media. They have the highest percentage of TV watchers in America. The highest percentage. Okay? They watch it on YouTube. I positioned myself. I am new media. May I be on the press list? And you know what? They looked at my resume. They looked at my real tip. They looked at everything. And they looked at my journalism. And they said, okay, fine. Because they recognize new media. So for everybody that wants to know how that happened, that's how it happened. I used my brain and I saw the spider web and I said, may I? And it was just that simple. The same way the 30 members of the legacy press, there's no VIP list, but they get to come in and they have that whole right side of the courtroom. So Tisa, your girl, new media was there too. Shout out to me.
That's right. Shout out to you. But yeah, everybody kept saying that she had special privileges. Why she get to walk around? Why she walking with them? Why she get to do this? Why she get to do it? And then she just told you. She just told you. You could have did it too. The ones that was going on TMZ and other news broadcasts and the radio could have had the same thing. But you didn't think about it. You didn't even ask her. Y'all just talked about her and thought she was working for the prosecution and the feds and all that stuff and getting special privileges because she's Tisa Tales. Come on, y'all. Yeah, so she just told y'all now when you go to the next court, don't stand in line. You new media. Y'all with the credentials has been on TV and radio and stuff like that. Cause she's still gonna be on Nancy Gray. She's still doing it. You know? All right. Because we sure wrote in. Because it's better with Tisa on it. Because I like, because she acts out her, people don't just stand still when you telling a story. She acts, however it is, that's how she gonna act about it. And that's what I like. Okay? Some people are good at standing and reading. Makes me sleepy. So, But anyway, to each his own. I love y'all. Y'all can go to Tisa Tell on YouTube if y'all want to see the rest of this video. I just wanted her to get her rant out. Should tell y'all what she got. I told y'all last night she had a press pass. All of that. With no VIP, nothing. Okay? All right. I love y'all. And thank you, Jacqueline Jones, for coming over. And everybody else. I can't see y'all's names anymore, but thank you. I appreciate it. Because we're going to bust that 1,000 watch. I don't want to ask for her hit Tisa's help either. That's why I told my son I want to do it on my own. He told me, Mom, won't you just? I said, no. I'm going to do it on my own. All right. At least to 1,000, right? All right. Thank y'all for coming over. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. And I will see y'all later. You know where I'm headed to, don't you, Jacqueline? Ticket. All right. See y'all.